Hi, grade 7. This is math, page number 9. Problem 7 to 13, the odds. Numbers 14, 15, and 16. But to start off with, let's go to page 6. Let's look at page 6. At the top of page 6, you have 3 drawings of 3 different gardens. Garden number 1 has one purple section in the middle and then a bunch of white tiles around the outside. Garden 2 has 2 purple sections in the middle where the stuff is being grown and then a bunch of white tiles around it. Garden 3 has 3 purple tiles in the middle and then a bunch of white tiles around the outside. And question 1 says, how many white tiles does it take to border each of these 3 gardens? Well, garden number 1 needs how many tiles? How many white tiles? If you count them up, it's pretty easy. There's 8 of them, right? Garden number 2, if you count them up, there's 10. And garden number 3, if you count them up, there's 12. Is there a pattern going on here? Do you see a pattern? Yeah, each time the garden gets bigger by 1 purple tile, the amount of white tiles increases by 2. It went from 8 to 10 to 12. If I can get my finger in the right spot. There we go. So if I have the next garden, and the next garden would look something like this. It would have 4 purple tiles. Imagine this is the color purple. And then how many white tiles around the outside would there be? Well, we could draw it, right? And I'm trying to draw it real quickly here. But I'm guessing you can figure it out just by following the pattern. Shouldn't there be 8, 10, 12, 14 white tiles? Let's count them and see. That's what I got. Garden number 4 would have 14 tiles. Excuse me. What if you had a garden that's 10 tiles long? Is there a way to figure the answer out without drawing that huge garden? Well, we said that garden 4 was 14, right? What if we talk about garden 5, garden 6, garden 7, garden 8, garden 9, garden 10. And we're talking about when we say G4, we mean that there's 4 purple tiles in the middle. G5 means 5 purple tiles in the middle, right? Well, we just have to continue the pattern, don't we? Adding 2 each time. And if we keep the pattern going by adding 2 each time, we get out there to the number 26, don't we? We'd need 26 white tiles all the way around the outside if there were 10 purple tiles in the middle of the garden section. Okay, look at the top of the next page. They talk about something called a conjecture. What is a conjecture? A conjecture is basically a guess, but it's a special guess because it's one based on educational issues. You have an idea because you've seen something in a book or on a whiteboard. A conjecture is an educated guess. Sorry about my coughing. Look at the next pattern, or excuse me, the next example. They're basically still talking about this garden problem, and they're showing it in table form, just kind of like the way we did. Garden 1, 8. Garden 2, 10. Garden 3, 12. If you look, they're using those same numbers in the pattern, and then they're continuing it out for a while. Let's go on to the next page. On the top of page 8, they're talking about different flags or countries. Notice the United States supposedly works more hours than any of the other countries in the world. Okay. Look at the question off to the side on the left side. It says, on average, how many more hours per week did the United States work than a person in the United Kingdom? Well, the United States was, according to the chart, 1,877 hours per year. Annually means per year, annually. And Great Britain was 1,708 hours, I believe. Yep. So if we take those 2 numbers and we subtract them, we're going to have to do a little renaming. We get 169 hours, right? But there's one more issue about this. This is the amount of hours per year. Americans work this many hours per year more than the people of Great Britain. But the question is asking, how many more hours per week do we work? So we would have to take this 169 and divide it by the amount of weeks in a year. Do you know how many weeks in a year there are? There's 52. And so if we did that, it ends up being about, not exactly, but about 3 more hours per week. Approximately 3 hours per week more that Americans work than people in Great Britain. Now, if you want the exact answer, it'd be more like 3.25 hours per week. So this is the amount of hours per year we work more than the people in Great Britain, and this is the amount per week. Let's look on the next page, page 9. Let's start with problem number 4. Read it through carefully. Problem 4. At the school bookstore, a pen costs 45 cents. A writing tablet costs 85 cents. I'm going to write those down. What a combination of pens and tablets could you buy for exactly $2.15? Exactly $2.50. $2.15. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this amount. Well, let's try, how about 2 of these and 2 of these? Let's see what happens. 2 of these, that would be 2 groups of 45 cents, right? And that would equal 90 cents. And 2 groups of 85 cents, that would equal 170 or $1.70. If I add those 2 numbers together, I get $2.60. How'd I do? Well, that number's too high. So 2 and 2 is not going to work. 2 pens and 2 writing tablets is more than what we're asking ourselves to spend here. I noticed something though. Do you notice how this number is exactly 45 cents larger than this number? Exactly 45 cents more. What if I do this? What if I change this to the number 1? That would make this 45 cents. And if I add these 2 numbers together, guess what I get? I get that answer we are seeking, $2.15. Let's try number 5. Read it carefully to yourself. Lucero puts 4 pounds of sunflower seeds in her bird feeder on Sunday. On Friday, the feeder was empty, so she put 4 more pounds of seed in it. The following Sunday, the seeds were half gone. How many pounds of sunflower seeds were eaten that week? So, on Sunday, she put in 4 pounds, right? She didn't do anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But on Friday, apparently she put in some more. How much did she put in? On Friday, she put in 4 more pounds. And then they talk about Saturday and Sunday in the problem. And what do they say about Saturday and Sunday? Nothing about Saturday, but they say on Sunday the seeds were half gone. These seeds were half gone on Sunday, which means that between here and here, how many pounds of seeds were eaten? 2, right? Half of 4 is 2. So we've got 2 left, 2 pounds left here. Now, the question says, how many pounds of sunflower seeds were eaten in this entire week? Well, you have this amount that was eaten, right? And you also have half of this amount that was eaten. So we've got these 2 amounts that were eaten. The 4 pounds between here and here, and half of the 4 pounds from here to there. So that means a total of 6 pounds were eaten between those 2 particular time periods. Let's go to number 6. Number 6. 2 8th grade teams, the Tigers and the Waves, are going to Washington, D.C. There's 123 students and 4 teachers on the Tiger team, and 115 students and 4 teachers on the Waves team. If one bus holds 64 people, how many buses are needed to go on the trip? Okay. So let's do some prepping by writing information down. We've got 123 students and 4 teachers for the Tigers, right? That means the Tigers are 127 people. The Tigers are 127 people. What about the other team? The other team is 115 and 4. So the Waves are 119 people. How many people is that in all? In all, we add those 2 numbers together, and we get 246, right? Each bus, one bus can hold 64 people. So isn't this a case of dividing the total amount of people by the amount of people you can put on one bus, right? Isn't this 246 divided by 64? 64 goes into this 3 times, and when I do it, I get 192 with a remainder of 54. So we're going to need 3 buses, but we're going to have a remainder of 54 people, so we really need 4 buses. We need 4 buses. Here's another way of thinking about this. If one bus takes 64 people, then 2 buses has to be 128, and 3 buses has to be 192, because I'm just adding 64 to the pattern here. And finally, 4 buses would take 256. We wouldn't be able to take 3 buses because that wouldn't be enough buses to take the 246 people, so we need to take 4 buses. Okay, you have your assignment. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. Thank you.